Welcome back to another Wealth Code video, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want to see more of our great videos. In early 2020, the tech world was alive with chatter about language models, stretching the boundaries of artificial intelligence. Suddenly, OpenAI introduced ChatGPT, a name that would disrupt the landscape of generative AI. Overnight, it became a sensation, with over 1 million users signing up within just 5 days of its launch. The energy was electric, and excitement buzzed through forums and social media. Experts were debating, could ChatGPT surpass all the existing language models, like Google's BERT or Facebook's Blender bot? While competitors seemed complacent, OpenAI's engineers were busting assumptions. Each line of code was fine-tuned to exceed parameters set by predecessors. AI training was expensive and time-consuming, yet OpenAI pushed through, investing $13 billion into research. The tension was evident. Some believed this ambitious venture would succeed. Others foresaw its imminent downfall. But innovation tends to thrive amidst uncertainty. Its trajectory was already changing the conversation on AI global dominance. The stage was set for a remarkable clash. In the months following the initial success of ChatGPT, OpenAI faced shadowy threats. A rush of excited developers entered the fray, unveiling their own models. Rivals were relentless. Meta released Llama, and Google unveiled Bard. As comparisons spiraled online, users began to voice frustration, expressing discontent over ChatGPT's occasional inaccuracies and repetitive responses. Engineers at OpenAI felt the anxiety in the air. They scrambled to deploy updates. Every misstep was magnified under the sharp scrutiny of critics. In March 2022, OpenAI introduced ChatGPT Plus, a paid tier to enhance user experience. Yet many users questioned if the fee justified any value. The team turned inwards, fiercely dissecting feedback, holding brainstorming sessions late into the night. The stakes were high. User trust was dangling by a thread. Would they give in to defeat? Each decision mattered. With the clock ticking, the team grappled with the daunting task of maintaining their lead while navigating an increasingly hostile landscape. As battles raged in cyberspace, OpenAI launched a new initiative, the ChatGPT-4 model. Unveiled in March 2023, it promised multimodal functionality, meaning it could comprehend both text and images effectively. The anticipation in the office was palpable. A new era loomed. Yet, chaos lurked. They had to decide, release it confidently or ensure it was beyond reproach. They gathered a focus group, poring over drill-down analyses and extensive user testing results. Feedback was severe. Some apps had problems understanding context, an immense setback. With fierce determination, the team pivoted, refining their algorithms relentlessly. User engagement stats soared by 50% ahead of the launch, but the setbacks were nagging discomforts. OpenAI's leadership convened with venture capitalists, underscoring that 2023 would be a turning point. Would this model truly set them apart? Outside the walls of their laboratory, tech titans were watching intently, ready to pounce on weaknesses. The race was not only about technology, it was a matter of survival in the digital age. Just as ChatGPT-4 began to turn heads, a storm brewed. In early 2023, controversial headlines reported instances where AI generated biased or misleading content. Criticism raged. Universities urged closer examination of generative AI, and policymakers clamored for regulatory oversight. OpenAI's engineers watched intently as social media erupted, instigating discussions that questioned both the ethical frameworks of AI and its broader societal impact. This concern reached a boiling point when a high-profile incident involved a ChatGPT-generated piece calling for violent actions, prompting media uproar and public outrage. leadership had to act quickly to restore confidence. This flashpoint became a defining moment, an awakening to their responsibility. OpenAI committed to transparency. They published a primer on safety measures and biases, even establishing partnerships with universities to explore ethical implications. The pivotal decision not only aimed for damage control, but transformed into a mission to guide conversations about responsible AI use. Tensions escalated, but with every risk came an avenue for rectifying their missteps. In the face of adversity, ChatGPT emerged stronger. By June 2023, user engagement skyrocketed. OpenAI's strategic partnerships with educational platforms and enterprises paved new pathways. Companies like Microsoft integrated ChatGPT into their applications, and schools adopted it for virtual tutoring, creating an ecosystem of novel uses. A startup called Pangea incorporated the model into its HR processes to refine job descriptions and match candidates, showcasing real-world applications of the technology revolution. Remarkably, ChatGPT recorded an astounding 100 million monthly active users. Yet, it was grounded by the lessons of its trials. Blemished by scrutiny, it was ready for change. Through extensive community feedback, updates crafted a user-oriented experience like never before, addressing flaws users had previously lamented. In September 2023, OpenAI released a mobile app, widening accessibility while fostering urban and rural engagement. The growth was palpable. It felt as if a wave of momentum was building, and adversaries began to fade into memory, yet challenges still loomed. Over the summer of 2023, as ChatGPT surged in popularity, OpenAI knew it had to stay a step ahead. Underneath the excitement, a deeper question arose. What did the model need next? It started with a series of collaborative workshops that fostered creativity beyond engineering, bringing in writers, artists, and educators who saw AI potential beyond its functional prowess. Their collective insight illuminated paths to innovation previously unnoticed. In October 2023, mid-pandemic fatigue, OpenAI launched an initiative called Beyond Words, aimed at using ChatGPT for creatives to seize inspiration. This effort urged partnerships with global arts organizations. Writers experimented with fiction, while game developers embraced ChatGPT to craft interactive narratives. This broader vision transformed the AI landscape, positioning ChatGPT not just as a chatbot, but a toolkit for creativity, a paradigm shift that reverberated worldwide. The narrative became clear. It was not only about the technology's efficacy, but also about its ability to fuel human imagination, an invaluable connection that stirred a cultural movement. The turning point arrived in December 2023. During a pivotal global summit on AI ethics, OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, delivered a speech that resonated worldwide, reframing the narrative. He emphasized that AI must serve humanity, not replace it. This shifted perceptions. Media outlets labeled ChatGPT not merely as sophisticated technology, but as a partner in human creativity. No longer defensive, OpenAI leveraged its commitment to collaboration, engaging with skeptics openly. For the first time, representatives from the UN and diverse nations affirmed generative AI's benefits alongside its dangers, calling for balanced regulations. The moment was transformative. Evidently, ChatGPT had matured from a novelty to a trusted ally in dialogue, inspiring innovation while constraining its ethical framework. Altman's pragmatism soothed fears, launching a wave of adaptability through various sectors. ChatGPT was embraced in educational, creative, and technological paradigms. This clear stance transformed ownership from siloed development to global collaboration, solidifying its enduring presence in the future of digital applications. The journey of ChatGPT teaches an invaluable lesson. Innovation cannot stand above scrutiny. The road to success is rife with challenges, but resilience and a commitment to responsible use can turn uncertainty into opportunity. OpenAI's ability to acknowledge its shortcomings allowed it to listen, learn, and ultimately evolve. In facing doubts, they engendered trust, shifting fears into fascination. They concurrently demonstrated that technology can amplify the best of humanity when approached with caution. Every entrepreneur and innovator can learn from OpenAI's narrative. The real hallmark of success lies not just in being first, but in being responsible and responsive. As technology continues to infiltrate lives, remember this: your ability to adapt and evolve will define your future. Embrace change, listen to your audience, and always aim to build responsibly. Explore more lessons that can enhance your financial journey with Wealth Code. For more videos from Wealth Code, don't forget to like and subscribe.